as I'm sure you're all aware, Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie will be bringing Barbie to the big screen for the first time in live action form in 2023, July 21st, 2023. And we know it's July 21st, 2023 because the teaser trailer dropped at the beginning of Avatar Way of the Water last Friday. And it is phenomenal. Like, if you haven't seen it, pause this, go and watch it, come back.
Yeah, which is what you did to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you did to me the other day. You just messaged me and said, the teaser trailer's out. Here's a blurry copy from somebody who's recorded it at a cinema. I went and found it on YouTube and saw it properly. But you were so excited.
It's so cool.
Oh, it's just so smart.
It's the opening of Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I think you sort of know, even if you don't know. You know the music, you know the vibe, even if you've not actually seen it. And Barbie is the monolith, and it's Margot Robbie as the first ever Barbie in that very iconic curled perm ponytail, sunglasses, and black and white striped swimsuit with the black sandals. She looks incredible. And she winks to camera as we go through the motions of, instead of like monkeys, we have young children. And the whole idea is that ever since there's been little girls, there's been dolls, but they've always been baby dolls until. And then, of course, the fashion Barbie, who we know from our previous episodes was based on a sex doll, etc., etc. But it's so true. We know that she changed the face of the doll. We know she changed the face of play and how girls played and what they were playing with and what they, it's iconic, and it pays homage to that, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Because you can't do a movie about Barbie and not address her legacy and what she's, even if she's not big anymore, she lasted years.
Well, I think she is. I think she is
years.
still big. I think she's still an important toy. But she's more than that. Like Mickey Mouse, like Mario. She's a Barbie doll is a shortcut for all kinds of that kind of doll. We had Cindy's in the UK, right? And there are others are available. People still call it that's a Barbie doll. We still use the word Barbie doll, maybe in a disparaging way for a certain type of person. It's in the common vernacular. I'd also so absolutely. So the sort of the first part of this teaser echoes Kubrick's 2001, where the monkeys basically discover the use of
Learn how to
tools.
tools.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
there's a young kiddie that starts smashing up all these dolls on the floor. There's this amazing Margot Robbie who looks 400 feet tall. Did you notice as well that it's kind of been treated to make her look a bit like plastic?
Yeah, her legs are like like her feet are tiny.
Yeah,
And then she has the right dimensions when we get up close to her, and she looks really shiny and plasticky.
yeah, and she brings down her sunglasses and does her Harley Quinn sort of cheeky smile thing that only Margot Robbie. I mean, Margot Robbie was born to play Barbie.
She was.
I
She
mean,
was.
uh, she's an astonishing. What I love about Margot Robbie is that she's a really good actress as well, and she was on Neighbours. But
Yeah, of course. Like that's what's good about Margot Robbie. She's a phenomenal actress.
yeah, but she's also got the Hollywood look, even though she's Australian,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
which is even better.
and she will play it with. She'll both, the way she did Harley Quinn. She's done it with all 100% of her energy, utterly playing into it in a totally filmic kind of way. I mean, it's not realistic, but it's not over the top. It's hard to explain.
And it's
It's just,
perfect.
yeah, and I think this will be as well. And even if it's a shit show,
I physically do not see how it can be,
well, no,
because
obviously,
every single shot that we've seen from it, the casting choices, the costumes, absolutely everything, that's enough to prove to me that this is not going to be a waste of my money.
there's the follow up, isn't there, where she's looking out over this sort of world made of Barbie playsets.
The Barbie world, and it is, you can see like Shelley's tree house,
Yeah.
and you can see different variations on the dream house, and like I've got it paused, you can see the convertibles in the distance. And I imagine we'll get some absolutely fantastic references of it. So like, think the saturation and vibe of the Aqua Barbie doll music video, but with specific references to pre-existing like material, which is just so exciting. And then we have a brief shot of Ryan Gosling and new Doctor Who as sort of the Kens on this lacrosse sports field in the most, again, excellent outfits and brilliant saturation. We get what is like a council. I think her sash says president. They're all in pink jumpsuits with perfect hair. With, oh, I've just noticed the horse in the background is like a horse painted on the side in a horseshoe. It's so Barbie. It's so Barbie.
Yeah.
Then you've got Shang-Chi doing like an Elvis with these pink socks, again in this beautifully saturated dance hall. I mean, is it a musical? I don't know.
I don't know. This won't mean anything to you, but it's giving me vibes of the Japanese film Cutie Honey. Actually, there's a few of them, which is, being it's sort of a bit like Sailor Moon kind of thing, with a very stylized but very oversaturated, very colourful, and at the centre of it there's a girl that's Cutie Honey, and she's one of those sort of Japanese female, slightly sexualized superheroes. But don't go into too much of that. It's the visuals of it that is just amazing, and it's just giving me that feel, and that Gerwig has committed to this. This isn't. I don't think this is a movie where Barbie turns up in a. Do you know one of the most disappointing things I watched recently was, do you know Kevin Can Fuck Himself, where the girl from what's that show? I don't know. Anyway, the premise of Kevin Can Fuck Himself is that there's a sitcom going on, but actually in the
Mm-hmm.
real world, behind the scenes of the sitcom story, it's actually quite a dark story. This woman's trapped in a relationship with a dickhead of a husband, and they spend all their money. He spends all their money on stupid schemes and things like that. But there's a real drama going on, and actually she's an abused wife and all that kind of thing. And it took a really interesting idea and made it a bit too grim for my liking.
Right.
I was afeared this would end up being a bit overly grim and realistic, and it would be like
Yeah.
Barbie, I don't know, lives in a shitty bed set because she's come into our world, and it's like Splash or something. I don't know. Whereas this just looks like, you know what? There's a Barbie world, and it's fucking bright pink,
Yeah.
and everybody in this world is over the top. Yeah, whether you're the dance teacher or Ken or playing lacrosse, or whatever, and everybody. Have you noticed as well? There's more column inches on major websites about that trailer than there were about the Avatar film. That it was
Does not even surprise
Whether it
me.
was preceding. It was on the BBC website. It was on CNN's front page. With all the other shit going on in the world, that
Mm-hmm.
trailer made the two most popular news sites in the world.
Yep.
Um, and that's just the fucking trailer for a movie that's not coming out for 7 months.
Yeah. Move aside, Christopher Nolan, because Oppenheimer or whatever the hell it's called is coming out on the same day. And it's like, no, no, no. We're going to prioritize. Um,
And
oh, we get.
and we knew it was going to be okay because it had a quality. It's got Greta Gerwig directing, who's,
And writing.
is it her and her husband as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but we know though. Never ever thought Mumblecore would come to Barbie. So again, we don't know about the quality of the script, as it were, the spoken stuff. But I'm all right with that because those two know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Gerwig has shown that she can do Little Women and, wow, and what's the other film she did?
Ladybird.
Which is one like, she can do the spoken stuff, right?
Yep.
um, but to also be able to do that, I don't know who the cinematographer is. I'm sure we could look it up, but it's just, yeah, it's just committed to 100%.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not one of those trailers that shows you that stuff and actually the rest of the movie is something else. But I'm thinking positive.
And I think it is a bit splashy. Obviously, Barbie's going to end up in our
Hmm.
world, and and it's probably going to be quite enchanted, fish out of water type thing. But again, I trust them so implicitly, and I've seen what they look like on those luminous roller skates
Mm.
with Will Ferrell as the CEO of a toy company chasing them down, that I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm paying my money for. Like, that's what I want to see. I will watch whatever you give me, Greta and Margot. I will consume willingly and efficiently. Like I have no worries about anything. I've not been this excited. Now, this is going to sound bad. I've not been this excited since The Prisoner of Azkaban, and I actually hate the movie The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Is that
It's
the
highly
one?
regarded as the best
Is that
Harry
the one
Potter
with the
movie.
Dementors and the time
Yeah.
travel? Oh, that's easily the best Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, because it's the best Harry Potter book. It's the best Harry Potter story. So, of course, the adaptation was always going to be better. And obviously, Alfonso Cuarón is behind the camera and he does different things. But I didn't like the changes. I didn't like the decisions that they took
Right,
in it.
gotcha.
I don't like that it's a style over substance. I don't like the made up conversations. I don't like the way they change the characters around. I don't like how they didn't include certain bits of information. However, I can see why everyone says it's the best Harry Potter movie. It looks the best, it is the best, it's running the most smooth, it's the most interesting. Like, of course it is. But anyway, I just, basically what I'm trying to say is that I've recaptured that obsession. Usually when movies come out, I'm like, oh wait, it's fine. I don't care. Like, I love movies, but I'll see it when it comes out and it'll be fine. I love it. Like, it'll be great. Whereas with that one, I was like, any picture from the set that they could give me, I would take. Any drip of casting information, I would take. And I'm the same here. I'm like, anything you gotta give me. Like, any little bootleg on-set picture, any dribble of information of plot, any additional casting information you want to give me, like, nom 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 nom. Like, I am just consuming this in a way that I haven't done since I was like a young teenager. So this is really fun for
I've
me.
never been to a movie that. Oh well, it's not true. Well, yeah, we're not going to talk about Ghostbusters again. But
No.
the other thing I will say is I remember a movie based on a toy franchise that I was incredibly dismissive of until I
Yeah.
saw it, uh,
Oh,
which is the
nice.
Lego Movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Transformers.
I like the
Yeah.
animated one. The rest of it, I've never been more disappointed than with the first Michael Bay Transformers movie because I am a huge
Yeah, that's
Transformers fan as a
fair.
kid. But I remember thinking the Lego Movie, that's just going to be shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Funny
yeah.
enough, Will Ferrell's in that as well. Um,
Yeah, playing like the same character is.
it seems like, but that's a marvelous, marvelous movie. As is the Lego Batman movie, as is Lego Movie 2. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if it can capture a quarter of the Lego Movie, I'll be happy. But I'll be even
Yeah,
happy if it's as good as it, or even better.
I think it's gonna be better, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, where's the Oscars? Give her the Oscars, like right now. Like, this better be up for an Academy bloody award.
Yeah, I think it might get something in. We don't know. It's going to be an interesting few months, and you're going to get more and more bloody excited.
I'm gonna get insufferable. I'm gonna be actually insufferable.
I imagine. Yeah, I'm going to be pinged a lot of pictures and memes and stuff like that, and we'll talk about it every episode as we get there, and hopefully we'll be
Yes, up to
we'll,
scratch.
and we'll cover the film on the show.
That on the day.
Indeed, and we want everybody, all our listeners, to interact with us and tell us what they think and how
Yes.
they thought of it and how excited they are about it.
Yeah, drop us an email. I think on Anchor you can get in touch if you head to anchor.fm, Why This Film Podcast. You can join in, you can drop us a message, you can leave a comment, you can go to our YouTube page, Why This Film. Get in touch. Let us know what you think. We're over on Twitter at Why This Film Pod. Like, we're over on Facebook. Reach out. Tell us what your favourite costume is so far. Like, what's going on?
I-
What'd you love?
Indeed,
I get it.
before,
Everything. Me too.
before Emily literally explodes. So we've got 7 months to keep her together.
Yeah, come help string me together. Or, like, come explode with me. Like...